All right, well, thank you all for coming again. Happy Halloween.
You too.
Thank you. I was thinking about doing the talk today, and I realized I think I did the Halloween talk last year too. And I was actually going to talk about something totally different that was unrelated to Halloween, but I thought it's Halloween, we got to talk about something maybe a little spooky. Um, so I was thinking, and I thought, okay, I'm going to talk about ghosts because those are pretty spooky, right? Whether you believe in them or not, I think we can all agree that the idea of ghosts is a little unsettling. Um, we have lots of examples of ghosts in popular culture. Sometimes they're scary and vengeful. Sometimes they're friendly and helpful. And sometimes they just want to make some pottery with Demi Moore. But the one thing that they all have in common is that they all seem to want something from the human world. Either they want, humans to do something for them, or they want humans to get out and not do something for them, but it's all sort of that interaction there. So back in August, we celebrated Ulumbana. We had the names up on the side altar. And that is the Festival of Hungry Ghosts. Here at Muddy Water Zen, we broaden that scope to include all family and friends who have passed and are either awaiting or have experienced karmic rebirth. But at its heart, Ulumbana is a recognition of those existing as pretas, or hungry ghosts. We follow Mahamoggalana's example and make offerings of merit to hungry ghosts so that they can be reborn in a higher realm. I'm sure you remember that story from back in August where Mahamoggallana discovered that his own mother had been reborn as a hungry ghost. So in response, he and the Sangha got together and created a whole bunch of merit and goodwill to improve her state. So there is the human realm and the hungry ghost realm. There's 4 other realms. Do you guys know what they are? Clergy? So there's the God or the Deva realm, which is, as you can imagine, like a paradise, But the thing with the God realm is that everything's so great all the time that there's no chance to work on the Dharma or to overcome things. So there's not a lot of personal growth that happens in that realm. There's the demigod or Ashura realm, which for my understanding is sort of like in Western folklore, there's like the trickster character who kind of challenges the gods, and like Coyote and in Norse mythology, Loki would be a trickster character. So they kind of exist to stir up trouble. There's the human realm, which we are all in right now. There's the animal realm, which is pretty self-explanatory. Then there's the hungry ghost realm. And then underneath that is the hell being realm. So the hungry ghost realm is a little interesting because it's sort of that bridge between the hell being realm and the human realm that we're within. We can sort of sometimes interact with hungry ghosts. So each time we are reborn, we end up in one of these realms based on our previous actions or karma. Samsara, the cycle of death and rebirth, is usually depicted as a circle or a wheel, but you can also think of it as a maze. Each of the 6 realms are contained in the maze, but they are completely separate, and their paths do not cross. The only section of the maze that has access to the exit is the human realm. So in order to leave the maze, to leave samsara, you have to be reborn as a human. This happens through accumulating good karma in your previous life. Now, I don't play video games. I don't know a lot about video games, so maybe this analogy doesn't quite work, but I kind of think of it as you're a character in a game and you're like collecting gold coins, good merit, that type of thing. And then when you are killed or you die in the game, you can like respawn in a higher world because of all the gold coins that you collected. Maybe totally inappropriate, I'm not sure, but that's sort of the visual I had going in my head. So in contrast to collecting all those gold coins and gaining merit and being reborn into a different realm, those reborn as hungry ghosts are victims of their own bad karma, their greed, their jealousy, their corruption, etc. In short, they were overcome by attachment in their previous lives. So now they must exist with a constant, insatiable hunger. There are different depictions of hungry ghosts in various cultures, but they are commonly represented as being horrifically emaciated, with large, distended, but empty stomachs, and tiny, thin mouths and throats, which keep them from being able to eat. So they're so hungry, they've got this vast stomach that is just empty all the time, but they're unable to take in any food or nourishment. They wander around begging for food and water in a constant state of hunger. But during the period of Ulambana, the border between the human realm and the hungry ghost realm briefly blurs a little bit. And it is said that ghosts are able to visit the living during this time. In return, humans are able to make offerings of food and merit, which the ghosts are able to ingest, improving their status and karma. Now I have a little reading here. This is from the Khuddaka Nikaya, and there is a section on hungry ghosts. And it reads in part, "Outside the walls they stand, and at crossroads. At doorposts they stand, returning to their old homes. But when a meal with plentiful food and drink is served, no one remembers them. Such is the karma of living beings. Those who feel sympathy for their dead relatives give timely donations of proper food and drink, exquisite, clean, thinking, may this be for our relatives, may our relatives be happy. And those who have gathered there, the assembled shades of the relatives, with appreciation giving their blessing for the plentiful food and drink. May our relatives live long, because of whom we have gained this gift. We have been honored, and the donors are not without reward. For there, in their realm, there's no farming, no herding of cattle, no commerce, no trading with money. They live on what is given here, hungry shades whose time here is done. As water raining on a hill flows down to the valley, even so does what is given here benefit the dead. As rivers full of water fill the ocean full, even so does what is given here benefit the dead. He gave to me, she acted on my behalf. They were my relatives, companions, friends. Offerings should be given for the dead when one reflects thus on things done in the past. For no weeping, no sorrowing, no other lamentation benefits the dead, whose relatives persist in that way. But when this offering is given, well placed in the Sangha, it works for their long-term benefit, and they profit immediately. In this way, the proper duty to relatives has been shown, great honor has been done to the dead, and monks have been given strength. The merit you've acquired isn't small." So ends the reading. Now, even though I've been talking about ghosts, I think we have all known people in our own lives who have been so attached to something or an idea that they also are overcome by an insatiable hunger, right? Maybe that person is even ourselves sometimes. Those who believe that happiness and satisfaction will come with the next job, the next new car, or the next relationship are already hungry ghosts walking amongst us. So while Ulumbana only comes once a year, we as humans have the responsibility and the opportunity to reach out and offer wholesome nourishment in the form of compassion, the Dharma, and love to ourselves and other people who are afflicted with profound attachment all year long. The best way to help a hungry ghost is to prevent them from ever being created. Thank you.